Hello, I am Philippe Bordeaux, co-founder and CEO of the pharma startup Saxol. Today we are going to present a true scientific innovation for the management of peripheral neuropathies. Hello, Philippe. Hello, Philippe. Peripheral neuropathies are disorders that affect the peripheral nerves. These are the nerves located outside the central nervous system, meaning outside the brain and spinal cord. The role of some of these nerves is to transmit external sensations to the central nervous system, where they are processed, and to provide an appropriate response. When peripheral nerves are affected, the transmission of information to the brain and its response are altered. What are the symptoms of peripheral neuropathies? Symptoms include sensitivity disorders such as tingling, burning sensations, pain, up to a complete loss of sensitivity, or conversely, highly exaggerated sensitivity. There can also be motor issues such as muscle weakness. Oh really? And what is the impact on patients' lives? Peripheral neuropathies significantly affect the quality of life of those affected, particularly impacting their ability to perform daily activities. They cause sensory, motor, and limb coordination disorders, difficulties in maintaining balance, and therefore increase the risk of falls and injuries. They can lead to anxiety, insomnia, chronic pain, and depressive syndromes. What are the causes of peripheral neuropathies? Aging, neurodegenerative diseases, certain immune diseases, trauma, metabolic disorders like diabetes, and also side effects of some chemotherapy treatments. For patients undergoing chemo, it's like a double punishment, right? Yes, most patients treated with chemotherapy suffer from peripheral neuropathies. For some, doctors are forced to reduce doses, space out treatments, or even stop chemo, compromising chances of remission and survival. It can affect millions of people worldwide? Right, Philip. Currently, there are over 17 million people diagnosed with cancer each year, more than 50% of whom are treated with chemotherapy as a first or second line of treatment. And the WHO estimates that by 2040, there will be over 26 million patients with cancer, with still 50% treated with chemotherapy. Therefore, millions of patients suffer from untreated chemo-induced peripheral neuropathy? Yes, and there is no specific and effective treatment so far. We are therefore facing an unmet medical need. I think it's time to tell us more about Saxol's innovation. The basis is a carbazole structure. From this structure, we have developed a series of patented compounds that are chemo boosters and reactivators of the energy activity of damaged neurons. Carba-1 is our lead candidate of this series. Carba-1 has a dual pharmacological activity. 1. It prevents the onset of neuropathies. Carba-1 has neuroprotective activity through a mechanism of regulation and reactivation of energy production at the cellular level. 2. It enhances the action of chemotherapies, especially those based on taxane, achieving the same effectiveness with lower doses. Can you tell us how Carba-1 works? Of course. All peripheral neuropathies show impaired neuronal intracellular energy levels. Carba-1 targets the production of NAD+, an end-chain molecule, which is considerably reduced in affected cells. We found that Carba-1 protects cells' nerve endings. Their energy levels remain constant, and there is no cell destruction. So it's in good progress. Now we need to build and consolidate a CMC dossier and carry out the necessary preclinical regulatory studies. We can then submit a request for clinical study authorization to evaluate the efficacy and tolerance of Carba-1 in humans. At what stage of development are you? Our regulatory strategy allows us to access a simplified clinical development plan by first targeting chemo-induced peripheral neuropathies. And thanks to the generated data, we can then apply for a phase 1b/2a clinical study without going through studies on healthy volunteers. Carba-1 meets an unmet medical need. We can therefore engage in prime and fast-track procedures of the EMA and the FDA, allowing for a faster and more direct market access. So we can envision other uses and an exit at short term? Yes, Philippe. Between the rapid access to a proof-of-concept study on patients under chemotherapy and the possibility of opening as well other indications, such as diabetes-induced neuropathy, Saxol holds significant financial potential and rewards for our investors. Given an unmet medical need, we are offering a unique product protected by several patents. Millions of people are waiting for this type of product, making Carba-1 a potential blockbuster candidate. Is Saxol now looking for financial partners? The execution of the 5 years program has been quantified at 18 million euros. For the first phase, we are seeking 3 million, including 2 million in equity. Can you introduce us to the Saxol team? This recent discovery is the result of Laurence Lafournière research team's work from IAB Grenoble, which is a mixed INSERM CNRS UGA unit, and myself, Philip, with an extensive experience in creating and developing biotech companies. Thank you, Philippe, for this presentation. To sum up, Saxol is a pharma startup managed by an experienced team in drug development, from the lab to the patients. We have built a solid and realistic development plan. Our products and indications are protected by recent patents and address significant unmet medical needs. We have strong supporting evidence and are ready to launch the regulatory program. We have a scientific and medical board, including recognized key opinion leaders. Thank you for your attention, and feel free to contact us for more information on Saxol and Carbo1.